Shout out to Frank White. We're about to start our Yoga for Sorcery program, and there will be many different subjects I cover in this 9-week course. If you don't know me, I'm Yogi Chris, PhD. I have a PhD in engineering, and I look at the body as a machine, as it has parts. There's physics, mechanics, fluid transfer, all sorts of things that, air transfer, the chemistry of it. Like it's a science to me. And I'm so fascinated by the psychosomatics of how the mind is responding, reacting, interacting with the body, emotions. And that's what I do with the Rashdi Bazaar. The deeper language of influence of the mind and in the body and the subconscious. It's so important and vital for relationships. And I created Ninth Limb Yoga a long time ago, right around the time I was really studying Arash. And it was Ninth Limb being communication, imagination and communication, expressing the other 8 limbs of yoga, which is a whole philosophy that we're not getting into in the program. But the idea of deep communion, of influencing one's experience, of perceiving one's experience translated through language, of all the qualities of like, how am I talking to myself? How am I reacting to my self-talk? And a lot of that comes to light when we calm our body down tremendously. Like meditation helps, but meditation has drawbacks if you just do that by itself, because it lacks awareness of spinal alignment, lacks awareness of breathing. And, there's a lot of habits that we have that becomes apparent through physical practices, how we're thinking, how we're talking to ourselves through that stimulation. And it makes meditative practices, deep trance states, deep equanimity and calmness more possible. So the 9-class series that I'll be giving with Frank White, it really, he's a participant also. I'll just be teaching. He's opening up his program of sorcerers to me. We'll cover, what I do for myself is it's a diverse array of practices that keeps me entertained, that helps me essentially calm down the body while I strengthen some of the key weak linkages in the body, in the spine and in different joints. And I don't think about it so mechanically while I'm doing it, but because I taught in in about 70 different yoga studios, I taught hundreds of workshops around the United States. After I finished my PhD, I did this whole cold calling business, and I would book yoga studios. It was a very difficult thing to do as an out-of-state teacher, as a young guy. Like, it's basically impossible. I was the only man in history probably to do it, if you look at it the way I just presented it. And what I did was I was teaching ways of healing the body. I'm so fascinated by rejuvenating and recharging the body. And so much of that comes from calming down with alertness, not just like falling asleep or trancing out, but how to, with focus and concentration, calm the body down. And then with some basic understandings of the mechanics of how the body works, you can address parts of the body. Weaknesses in the body become more aware of them as you calm down. It's a funny thing that happens. So I'll teach you these practices that as you internalize them, some of them will catch you more than others, and you practice those, you'll be able to recharge your body and rejuvenate your mind and just kind of cleanse your psychology of some of the stresses and strains that come with living with the kind of nagging ailments of the body, or nagging. You don't even know that they're nagging. Like if the head is glided forward over the spine, you've become accustomed to a tension in the neck and in different parts of the body to counterbalance that. And you become so used to it that you forgot. But it is a nagging sensation on the nervous system and on the psychology that when you align the head back and everything eases, you'll notice your mind eases. And then all of your sorcery practices and any practices, the practice of life becomes easier from that calm state, calm alert. And this is what we're doing. So a 9-week series with Frank White. And, you keep the recordings for lifetime. It's for guys and girls. Also, my people it's open to everybody, really. But Frank White and his sorcery team is really what the Grail of the Serpent is really my inspiration and motivation for what I'm putting together for you all. So I look forward to seeing you on the program. Namaste.